Hello, it's Wednesday the 11th, I'm FxPlew, this is the market brief and Bertie's back for those of you who missed him yesterday. Now the IMF's been on, they have rather flip-flopped over the prospects of the UK economy for the past year or so, and their latest World Economic Outlook suggests they think we'll likely see little or no growth over the next year. The Bank of England is forced to hike interest rates again, fighting what the IMF is now calling persistent inflation. Jeremy Hunt has been on the defensive about this. Little has changed within government plans since he was praised by the IMF for the changes he introduced in his spring budget, but now somehow he's no longer top of the class. Bad luck, Jezza. However, Hunt's claim that at least we'll have higher growth than several EU economies is simply not good enough. Trying to stir up the Brexit lot to support growth forecasts that are mediocre at best, that's a bit cynical for my liking, especially when the Brexiteer claims were that the UK would really forge ahead when unshackled from the European Union. Perhaps the Brexit lot were equally liberal with how they defined forging ahead as they were with the claims for funding the NHS. Whatever did happen to Boris's bus? Over in the US, housing market data is giving cause for concern. Existing home sales, new builds and applications for building permits are all now in decline. A soft landing is still the mainstream focus for the US economy, but tomorrow's CPI inflation data may need to see a significant fall in both core and headline inflation to deter the Fed from raising rates again at its next meeting. We have a precursor to that with the PPI inflation data today, but CPI forecasts for tomorrow have the headline number at 3.6% and core inflation down to 4.1%. Outperformance would help combat the view that inflation is becoming more persistent in the US. In the market, the dollar index continued to lose ground. That fell to 105.65 yesterday, despite the risk-off attitude caused by Israel and Gaza. Sterling moved up to 122.90 against the dollar yesterday, as the market meanwhile watches activity on the ground and also waits on the rhetoric from Washington regarding any real further escalation in the Middle East. One to keep an eye on for sure. Maybe that will drive some volatility later in the day. That's it from me. Have a great day.
If you do not have a clue, then just tweet through and ask FxPlew.